We're gonna put the crumb tray on number 3. All right, and what that's gonna do is, that's gonna provide like a little shelf for us to put our conveyor on. And it's gonna help hold it while we put this sucker together. That's our crumb tray right here that's holding our conveyor for us. So now we don't have to try and, do all kinds of acrobatics to try and hold it and screw it and do all the things. Now we're gonna go in here. There's 2 sets of holes. There's a hole right here and a hole right here that they give you screws for to hold it together. I don't use this one. I just put a screw in this one, but if you're a rule follower, please do both. Right there and then right there. Keep up with this. Okay, we are secure. There's a screw in there, and there's a screw in there, ready to go. All right, so we're gonna plug this in. This is one of those little ones that have the little notch thing right there, so just gonna match it up right here, and get it screwed on. Okay, and then in your setup, when you get all your new stuff, they give you these little thingies right here. That's to hold on to your cord so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is put the feet on. You see it has screw holes on this too. I don't put those in either. It's just way too many steps and it's not gonna affect anything. When you're looking at this, it has like a little square cut out right here. A little part right there. That's where this feeds in. You kind of go in at an angle. So you see how it went in there? And then it just slides. All right. Now, this is higher than the table that I have. So I have some little wood cutouts to make this a little bit level, more level. So just like that. And then we're gonna do the other side. They're not exactly level, but you don't want them bent either whenever you're feeding in your material that you don't want them like curved down so much that your material is not going to feed in right. So you want them somewhat level. Level is preferable, but whatever. All right, so now we have to do the back. It's going to feed in all the way up to your conveyor. And you're going to do the same thing. Again, not putting in the screws. That's too much work. I'm a lazy crafter. So you can see the little square in there. And if you have short arms like me, you're going to want to just put those feet in there and then just go load it in from the front. All right, so we're ready to go. But here's a couple things. When you feed your material in, I just like push it in there so that it will, so it can get his measurement or whatever. And then I pull it back out afterwards and I let it line it up with this little part right here. All right, so let me show you a couple things. This right here, this is for your wheels, up and down, right? Okay, and then this knob is to feed your material in and out. What I just recently figured out in the book to show you what level you needed to be on. So let's go to the book and let's look at that and I'll show you that. Okay, I'm one of these people who I like to wing it and learn it as I go. And yeah, it cost me a lot of material, but that's how my brain works. So I was watching some videos and I watched another creator. I've watched multiple creators. I've only seen a couple of creators mention this. So I want to mention it. So it tells you the material, the size of the material, and then it tells you the pressure color. So it's yellow, red, and green. Okay. And I'm going to show you where that is in a minute because I had no freaking idea. Zero. Here on that little node, there's this little bitty thing right here. So when you make it higher and lower with that little knob, that little thing right there changes colors so that you don't have to guess and you know what you're doing. I'm doing 1/4 inch plywood, which is 6 millimeters. Okay. So I'm doing plywood 1/4 inch, and it's red. Okay, so I got my plywood up here. Just shove it in there. I like to do it in there and then go ahead and get my measurement, and then I'll jack with the rest of it. We're gonna measure. I want to make a door hanger. All right, I'm gonna make this door hanger. It's gonna be an 18-inch door hanger. This is gonna be an outline for the outline of my door hanger. It's going to be a raised outline. We are going to go use our conveyor feeder. When you do the conveyor thing, this is that thing right there. We're going to put our wood in there and we're going to push it forward so that we can do our measurement. All right, so our material is going to be 1/4 inch plywood is what I have. I'm going to measure. Line it up with that little thing right there. Now, we're going to lower this and watch this little thing change colors. And we're gonna lower the wheels until it gets to red. All right, there we are. You don't want to have it have any give in it whatsoever, okay? If it, like I'm pushing it, if it moves, it's gonna screw it up. I did my 1/4 basswood plywood setting. It's on the conveyor. I did the measurement. Okay, you can line your image up past that this little line right here. Let's take another picture and see what happens. Yeah, so here it is lined up down here. So you can take that past that little area. I'm gonna pull it in quite a way. So I'm gonna move that so y'all can see. And so it's got the presettings. Don't forget the tag generation. Okay, here we go. We're gonna process it. Okay, she is finished. Yay. And I have to say that I did pretty daggum good getting that to the end. So now, don't force it out. You want to raise it up and then scooch it. Yay. All right. Now, remember those tabs we were talking about? Look at there. It did the tabs all by itself. Without me even having to push it. Bow. All right, so let me show y'all where the tab things were. That little line right there. I'm totally gonna make a door hanger with this.